Good morning, Tamina Khan is here in TK Maths is Fun. In today's video, we will see the explanation of a stem and leaf diagram, which is the part of the syllabus of A-Level Mathematics S1. If you want to see more videos on S1 or on any topic of A-Level, you can visit my website address and my blog address, which is given here. So according to the syllabus for this topic, representative of data, descriptive statistics, these are the key points you must know when you're preparing for exam. So I have made videos on all these highlighted points. So this video will focus on stem and leaf diagrams. And the points which are not highlighted, they are automatically covered when I explain these concepts. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we need to see what is stem and leaf diagram is and what does it look like. So if this data is given to you, whatever it is representing, maybe marks of the student or maybe number of cars in a certain time passing through a point. So whatever this point or these values are representing, when you are making a stem and leaf diagram, you have to explain first of all key, that what will be your key when you are presenting your data into this form. A stem has always, not always, sometimes one digit, sometimes two digits. It depends what type of data do you have. I have examples here where I have taken 2 digits also here in stem. However, in leaf, you will always have 1 digit. You see, there is no comma in between. So please be careful about all these important information. And how did we decide data, the interval? If you see here, the smallest value is 10 and the largest value is 57. So that's why seeing the data, we are dividing that the data will be from 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and so on. Sometimes when you have a large data between, for example, 1 to 15 and large data between 15 to 20, then you can split your data accordingly, 1 to 15, 16 to 19. So it all depends on your data. Here, because in every leaf, I don't have more than 6, 7 values, so it is fine. Now, why this key is essential? Because it explains you how to read it. So when I write 2 line 7, it means I'm reading it 27. So if I want to read this, how will I read it? 32, right? So reading is very important. And here the interval has been told to you how you are selecting it. Now, what is written here? This actually facilitates you to know immediately at a glance how many values do you have in one stem and leaf here in this row, for example. So 4, 7 are here, 5 are here. So if you add them up, you will know total number. You don't need to count here. So this is what stem and leaf diagram looks like. In exam, at times raw data is given to you and you have to make this stem and leaf diagram. And at times this stem and leaf diagram is given to you and you have to find out median, quartiles, interquartile range. And we will see all these in the example in a little while. So let's see this example. These are marks of the students in the examination. Again, they are in 2-digit data, right? And if I see the smallest value here, is it 40? Seems 40, we will see, and the largest value seems 81 in 80s, right? So after deciding your smallest and largest value, you write value in a stem. So from here, I'm starting with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have any value in 90s. Now, what will I write here? The best way is that you start reading from here. For example, 63. So I can write here 3. Then if you see, if you're reading like this, you can read like this also. The choice is yours. So if it is 58, 5, 8. So I can explain that my key will be, for example, 5/8 will be 58. So I can explain what my key is. So similarly, you can keep crossing the number and keep filling it up. It will help you to put down all the information here and you will not miss out any information, right? Now, there is one thing very important. And what is that? It is not in the order right now. If I keep doing like this, keep canceling numbers and keep writing the values here, At the end, I will get data something like this. Now you see it is random data. It is not in the ascending or descending order. So I should have here properly like 0479. This line is fine. But if I say here, it is not. I should have 2, then 3, then 4, and so on, right? So after writing the data into this preliminary form, you can write down your final form here, right? Okay, so your final form will look like this. Now, one thing, remember, it is not necessary that you make preliminary plot first. This is not the requirement of the exam. If you can handle writing it down directly into this form, well and good, choice is yours, right? So that form, that stage is not compulsory. So this is how you will make a stem and leaf diagram with the help of the data. And this is 2-digit data. You have seen in this stem, there is 10th value, and in the leaf, there is unit value, right? No comma, only little gap between it. Okay, now if you see here, another question I have taken. This is telling you about the temperature measured in nearest degrees. You have to draw a stem and leaf diagram and you have to write down the mode. Mode is the most occurring data. So we will draw it exactly in the same way. But if I see my smallest value, most of the values are in between 9 and 20s. So I can't just write one here. I need to split it up. And that is the reason I have taken this example to show you how to make intervals. Okay, so if you see here what I have done here in this question, 1, 1, 1, 1, so many times. You know why? Because data is too big. So we have taken from 11 to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, sorry, this is 12 to 13, 14 to 15. So I have taken 2 units data, right? So as many 14s I will have I will write here. So 16 to 17 and so on. So like I said earlier, it all depends what type of data do you have. Here it would not be wise to write 1 and 2 and write down the whole long line of leaf. That is not good way to represent the stem and leaf. Now, after writing it into this form, you see 9 is occurring most of the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? There is no other data which is occurring more than 8 times. So I can say the mode is 19 degree centigrade. And the lowest and highest value you have found here, either it is said to find it out or not, but if you write it down, it helps you to find out your to divide your interval basically, right? Okay. Now this example, now why I have taken this example? Because it has decimal in it. So I wanted to tell you here, if you have data other than 2-digit data here in decimal, then how you will handle it? How you will represent it in stem and leaf, right? So if you temporarily forget that there is decimal, so it is 178, 187, 189. So most of the data is in 70. I mean, if I call it 17, it is not, but I'm just telling you the 2 digits, I read it as 17. So at a glance, it is 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, fine. So I have this spreaded data here. So how you will express it then? You see, I'm not writing here decimal. I will cover that aspect in my key, that how my key will read it. Like I said, leaf cannot have more than 1 digit, but stem can have. So I'm writing 16.1, 16.5. So how will I read it? Key is telling me it will be 1.73, right? So we are writing all the digits from here with whole number and the first digit after decimal together. So this is totally up to you, how you write it down, how do you write it down, and how do you express your key. Again, the mode is the most occurring one, which is this 8. So it is 1.78, right? So this is you write down your data, either it is in 1 decimal, 2 decimal place, and then you show it through your key. So with this, I will end this video and I will make video number 2 which is in connection with this because it is becoming a long video now. So you will find the link of the second video in the description below, and we will continue with the median and quartile with respect to stem and leaf diagram. So thank you very much for watching the video. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Press like and subscribe if you think it is valuable.